and welcome. I'm John, and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. This is the weekly Wednesday Warhammer / Wargaming questions and answers. This is an off-the-cuff video, guys, so this is just a record and upload. There's no editing, there's no fancy shenanigans going on. Those of you new here, guys, sit back and enjoy. This is a video weekly Wednesdays are all videos to do with models and materials and tools and paints and painting techniques and all that sort of stuff. If you're regular here, guys, I feel the love. Thank you very much for coming back again. Now, I've got a heap of questions to try and get through this week, so if I do rattle on, I do apologise. First one is other tools outside of our hobby. Yeah, I've just abbreviated this so it's easier for me to, for some of them are long questions, I'll just breathe it down for me. So, other tools outside of our hobby that I haven't mentioned. Yeah, there is. I mean, I've got a magnifying glass up here which is used for whatever it's used for, I don't know, but you can use things like that. I've got a pin vise here. Let me see if I can pull this off. Yeah. A little vise, so I can put a model in and I can cut and do whatever. That's just sits on my table. We actually got that from Aldi or Lidl, one of the two. It's those type of tools that you can use. You also have other tools like the little table saws. So it's a square box with a little saw on it. What are they used for? Oh, what can you? Because you can use them to cut bits of like weatherboard, which I use for basing terrain, but you can use them to cut that to give you moving trays. You can, if you're basing a model, but you want it to have a slightly bigger base mod, dynamic pose, and you want to really go to work on basing on that model, you can then cut, use that to cut that. They're tools outside of our hobby that we could, make use of. Do I play Necromunda? I played the original Necromunda and I actually loved it. The problem I had, there was first there was 5 of us, I think, that played it. Yeah, there was 5 of us. And they all started dropping off one after another. So then it was just me. You can't play the game by yourself. So I had this conversation with my main man the other day, and he was saying to me he's really interested in playing it, and I said to him, well, the big city build that I did, I actually think it's on this, scroll down you'll find it, but it's there's 4 parts to it, and I think I've named it the Big Ruin City 40k / Kill Team build, and it was originally designed for Kill Team. But looking at it now and looking at what else I've done since then, and it was this conversation we was having, and I said that's a good game for Necromunda because it's got different heights, there's different areas to hide in and move around in, and so open challenge out there. I already threw one out about 40k, but open challenge out there. You get a group of 5 or 6 people that can come play a game, once or twice a week, and we'll film it for the channel of Necromunda. Chuck on below, let me know, send me a message in Messenger. It's all good. I hope I answered that question. Best way to paint faces and eyes. Ooh, I think I might have covered eyes before. I'm not sure. I've covered it in a weekly Wednesday where I was speaking to someone face to face about how best way to paint eyes. I can't honestly remember. So if I have covered it before, guys, I apologise. If I haven't, then, or just in case I haven't, I'll let you know now. Now, there are different ways to paint skin tone depending on what type of model you're painting. If you're painting an elf, you want to go for a lighter and then get a lighter. If you're painting dwarves are usually have like not burnt faces, but like tan on their face, because they're either in the mine with the torch or the candle, or they're out in the outside in the wilderness with very little clothing on, battling all the time. So it depends on what you're painting. Now, if you're painting humanoid, I would go with something like bronze flesh, which is an old colour. Let me see if I can see one. Do I have one here? Do I have one here? I do. 1 second. Okay, this is bronze flesh. Can you see that colour? That's the type of colour it is. Let me see if I can open it and show you. No, I need a blade on that, and I'm not going to mess around with that now. Okay, so that's what type of colour it is. Okay, you give it a thin coat of that. Then, when that's dry, you'd give it like a flesh wash, or you know, a brown wash or something like that, and that will get into all the cracks and the crevices and recesses. And then you'd either go over again with that and just highlight it like sort of a dry brush, yeah, so all the cracks and crevices stay dark but the rest of the lines up. Then go with a screaming skull. Okay, maybe a little, maybe a very thin, very thin dry brush of a white, just to catch a few very raised areas. But you could also, but there's a little trick here as well. So when you do the bronze flesh, you can wash the face down, yeah, with a brown wash or flesh wash or black wash, whatever, and then you can highlight it up again. But you can do the top half, okay? So you leave this, it sort of gives you a stubbly effect, like a beardy stubbly effect. I don't know if you jungle fighters, so it does work, but it's just, it takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of patience. Painting eyes. Now, I'm talking human eyes now. If you're talking like demon eyes, right, just try colouring the way you go. If you're talking Space Marine Terminator, Space Marine helmets, the eye sockets. Just you want to try and get you have a colour that contrasts just your Space Marine colours. So with mine's the red and the white. Okay. So what I would do is I would then get a green and not try and brush it in, but try and sort of stab it, speckle it in. Okay, I'm trying to think what the correct term for that is, but anyway, I just dab it in like that. So what it would do is cover the bit I need to, but it would sort of hit around it, so it gives you a bit of brightness. Now, human eyes, the best way to do that. Now, I'm presuming your model would be obviously clean glued, gravel base, undercut the whole thing black. That's what I do. And then what you would want to do is paint the face as as normal, and then do a white stripe going across the eyes from one temple to the other temple. Okay, straight across the eyes. Then all you need to do is touch up the skin again. Okay, so you're basically just got white eyes then, and you do a little dot in the middle. Okay, now I would do the little black dot in the middle of the white eyes before you tidy the face up, because if you get it, and I've done this a few times, one of them is perfect, the other one's looking over that way, and the person's facing this way. It looks really weird, but you do this mistake quite a lot. The best way to do it, I'll grab a brush actually and just show you. I can't show you on the model, but the best way to do it, okay, like this guy here. Okay, you see his face. Zoom in on him. Zoom in on him, not on me. No, it's not going to do it. The best way to do it, okay, so you get your brush. You're going to take your finger and put it to the end of the brush there. You just where the bristles start. And then what you do is you put this part of your finger, okay, so you're resting the brush on your finger, yeah? You take this part of your finger and you line it up with the model. So basically, the brush, this brush is a bit too big for this, but the brush just literally goes like a little stab in the eye, and that's it. You use your finger as the guiding marker. So the way you hold the brush, okay, see where it's on the end of my finger there? It can't go anywhere because my finger's there. So then I just use that as to line it up nice and easy, okay? That's the way that I do eyes. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll do them. Sometimes they're perfect, sometimes one's perfect, the other one's bandy. Sometimes I do them and go, no, I need to get a bit more white on that and start again. If you're very lucky, you get first time and it's perfect, it's great. Or you'll get one perfect, the other one won't be bandy, but it'll be slightly weird. And all you need to do then is get a little tiny bit of white and just tidy up a little bit, okay? Right, hope that helps, guys. Painting handles. Do I use painting handles? No. The technique I just showed you is one reason why. But for me, the main reason is I like to feel the model in my hand. You know, I like to feel the textile part of it. I'm just weird like that. And yeah, I just like to feel it in my hand. Now, don't get me wrong, the painting handles are very, very handy. You know, very, very handy, because just by using my hand, like so it's like that. But you've got the handle underneath. Okay, so it's on top. You can just work away. You know, it's very handy. But for me personally, I don't use them. Another reason why I don't use them, if I'm painting a unit of 20 guys, we keep taking one model out, changing it over. You know, for me, it's a lot easier just to paint the model, put it down, paint the model, put it down, and just think about what I'm painting. So like with this, especially, you know, Terminator, Captain in Terminator armor, or side, or, you know, hero, whatever type of hero I'm going to make him in the end. If I'm painting his sword, I'm not going to hold his sword, put him down. You know, I'll hold the base, paint the sword, put him down. Or hold the feathers, if I'm painting the sword or the gun, put them down. You know, you think like that, what you're going to do. Like if I'm painting the base, I'm not going to hold the base, I'd hold the sword. You know, now I was going to do a first impressions on the Space Marine Codex and the Dark Angel Codex, but yet still hasn't arrived. You know, this courier company, Yeps people, yeah, they can never find this address. Now, last time I checked it, it's still pending for them to deliver it. You know, so now that the lockdown's finished and GW's open again, I could just go down and pick it up from there tomorrow and just not have to worry about anything. This is why I like just going to the shop and picking up, not ordering stuff online, because you end up waiting. Is it 24th of April? I ordered it. So it's over a month. So they want to do a first impressions of that, and I've got jump packs coming as well, because I had more jump pack Marines, but with no jump packs. So I got more of them coming, because if you're a regular here, you would have seen a video a while ago about the flying stands. Okay, we can zoom right in, so you can see I'm actually working on these guys finally. So I wanted to try and finish off that squad. One last thing from me, terrain giveaways. I know this is model focus, but I'm going to mention it here, because when I'm making the terrain every week, I get carried away and I forget to, you know, or some people will watch it until the finish and then won't listen to the comments at the end, you know, what I said at the end. So in case they don't catch it here, then they can catch it here. Terrain giveaways. Now, the last terrain build that I did, the Sacred Pool, if you haven't watched that, guys, go back and have a look at it, because it's nice. That's one thing that's going to be up for giveaway. Now, someone said to me, hills and mushrooms, yeah, but, and they said this to me, and I was like, yeah, that's actually a valid point. With the hills, I'll make some hills, I'll fill and mix them and everything, but I won't paint them. Okay, I'll offer them up, you know, for someone to say. The reason why is, and when I say this, you know that makes sense. You might have a gaming table that has a certain type of like flock. Okay, so all your forests and hills and where blah 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 has a certain type of flock, and I use different type, so it look weird. Or you might have desert terrain and have sort of not desert flock, but have some sort of like sandy material that you use, which gives you the same sort of, you know, effects. Again, then you've got a grassy hill in the middle of all that. You know, it doesn't make sense. So I will do some hills. I'll put them on the giveaways as well. Okay, but they'll be plain. There's plain basic hills. So if you want to flock them, you flock them. If you want to gravel them or sand them, or you want to put, you know, this type of flock or that type of flock, or you know, you want to turn them into like a snowy hills, you can do that. Okay, you're not limited by, oh no, I need to strip it all, and okay, it's just plain hills. You just paint it and then flock it wherever you want. Okay, now mushrooms. When I did the mushrooms on mushroom video, again guys, if you haven't seen it, go back and check it out, because it's a crazy idea, but you know, it's a good one. I was limited in that video with what colours, bumble fly, with what colours I could paint the mushrooms. And the reason is, I was halfway through filming it and I was like, oh, hold on, that looks a little bit rude. So before I did something that YouTube goes, oh, take it down, it's rude, we don't want that video, no, it's rude, it, you know, breaks our guidelines or anything like that, I sort of went to crazy sort of colours that takes it away from looking like something rude to looking like crazy mushrooms. Okay, but I can cut and sculpt a heap of those different heights and different, you know, and they can be they're going to be part of the giveaway as well, just, you know, just to add to different things that we can have. And the graveyard bit I'm working on at the moment, I'm not 100% sure that I'll be able to give that away. If I can find a box big enough to put it in, yes, you know, between now and the time it's finished, then yes, it will be up for giveaway. But if I can't, unfortunately I can't, you know, unless I can find some way of transporting it, because I don't want you to get it and this is broken, that's broken, you go, oh, okay, and or you're on the messenger to me, or, you know, calling me and saying, look, how can I fix this? And it's like, where people don't listen to Do Not Bend, they just, you guys know what I mean. So that's the giveaway stuff, that, you know, and the way that's going to work is, I'll have, just say hills will be A, mushrooms will be B, sacred port will be C, and let's just say the graveyard, I don't know, will be like, you know, D. And all you have to do is like, share, subscribe, or not, you'll have to like and subscribe. So comment below to let me know that you've done the two and which one you're interested in. Okay, and then what I would do is, anyone that comments below, not on Messenger, comment below on the video, I will write your name down, put them all into a hat, and draw one winner out. And that winner will have whatever one they've asked for. Okay, and then I'll send it to you. That's the way that I'm, you know, going to work it. But where are we now? We're in June, so probably beginning of July, I'll do that. You know, announce that giveaway. These are the prizes, X, Y, and Z. I'm just letting you know now, so that if you are new to the channel and you go, oh, actually, hold on, let me have a look at what he's talking about, and go, actually, I like this, I like that. Let me do those. You know, subscribe, notifications, you know, and comment below and all that business, and like the video. So, guys, I've waffled a little bit. Some of my questions answered. Yeah, some of my questions answered. I hope any part of this information has helped you, guys. If you have any questions you want me to cover, anything, you know, even if you ask me a question that I've already covered, okay, like with the eyes, I wasn't sure if I've already covered that. You know, if you ask a question that I've already covered, I will still let you know and cover it. And if it's something that I've just covered like 2 weeks ago, then I will say, look, go back to this day, or check a link to it, or, you know, something like that. Check a comment below, let me know. Message me on Messenger if you want to. You know, it's not a problem. Guys, like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I'll see you next week.